Also, I'd like to clear something up. I did not care to let Tiffany leave. What I meant when I said to my son she decided to leave was an easy way of saying she is the one that cheated. The moment she did that, she knew what she was doing. Yes, it was her best friend's husband. This is not the first time. Yes, she was promiscuous. Yes, she made excuses for it. Me working hard was an excuse. But I'm just explaining things. And you see how people pull you into this delusional trap that, oh, well, you're not over this. Why don't you just let it go? Let three of your children come to you and say Mama and Nana are planning this, and then a couple of months later, the most sketchiest fucking car accident with video of the incident happens. Let police know and tell you that it's hearsay until something happens, and then something happens, and they lied. What does that tell you? There's millions of cases like this where police were told, did nothing, and lie about later and blame it on something else. That way, it looks like they had nothing to do with what went on, which they did. So, how is this so hard to believe? Trust me, it's hard for me to believe that a grandmother would put herself in harm's way just to take out her son and her grandkids. But this woman and her daughter aren't who you think they are. They're not normal people. Then I hear people say, well, they have disabilities, so they should get a free pass. No. I have a cousin in jail right now for involuntary vehicular manslaughter because her and a friend went out and a deer jumped through the windshield on the passenger side, just going down the road. Complete accident. Yes, that's what you call an accident. That judge didn't care. She was responsible for that life. 4 fucking lives that told you they were going to do this and was going to turn everybody against me. Look what the fuck happened. Remember what I said about helicopter view? Stop being sucked into the stories. Back the fuck up and look at the actions. Even Will Riddle, a lawyer I called, he was pissed because he seen all this stuff. Then he did the helicopter and was like, this doesn't seem right. I said, exactly. There's things being opened and that was closed with prejudice because she was caught lying and they reopened it. Why would they do that? Why would the state threaten me that I'm not allowed to say anything about this situation with my kids? How come I'm not allowed to bring up or show the fact of me talking to the police about this incident because the kids knew about it before it happened? And how come everybody acts like I have no right to say anything about my kids? You act like I was never there. I was there for their whole fucking life. We were only broke up from 2017 in June. This happened May 19th or May 23rd, 2019. Not even 2 years later. Well, why so long? Because we had just gotten our son back from CPS, which that's the only reason she stayed here so long. So I could build all this and make it to where she didn't have to pay for a lawyer. Because a lawyer to get him back was way more. This was cheaper because I have skills. Yes, I left the ceiling open. Don't worry about why I did that. There's a reason. You see the half-inch gap up there? Right. Don't worry. Ceiling can go right in. That's why it's not mudded or dry, No mud or tape yet. Anyway, all that plastic, my ex put that up. Because she wanted something to cover the ceiling until we were done. Even though I was going to do a different type of ceiling. That way, it saved money. You know, paint it black, make it look industrial. It would look cool. Then you can always cover it up later. But it would have saved us money. It would have looked finished. It would have looked great. And it was one of the things CPS said that we had to have to get our son back, even though we had beat them at everything in court. Yes, read what the judge said. David was found a child in need of assistance because of his own behalf. Just like Jasmine. They were going nuts. No, David was sent to that school to lie by his mother. That's why she put the fake fucking statements in at the hospital. And that's why she didn't want me going to the hospital. Because CPS was after her. Because apparently she went to the school, they told her to do stuff she never related to me, and she didn't do it. This is what gave them a reason to take him. Because he was caught lying and manipulating at school. But what they don't know is she's the one that put him up to doing it. He was 7 years old. He was a very smart kid, but he had never done anything like that until that time. And because he threw a Lego set down a vent because he was mad, he had to clean his room, and lost a lot of pieces, he wanted us to go out and buy another one. And I said, no. You have to prove to us that you're not going to deliberately destroy your toys or your stuff that we buy you before you get another one. And what did she do? She somehow got him to go to school and say that his grandparents passed away in a car accident trying to go get him a toy. I don't know what else was said other than what she said at Union. At first, I thought that's what he said at school, or CPS had said to the hospital, because that's what she told me. I didn't read any paperwork. No paperwork ever came to me. And I found out why. She had it, and she was hiding it. This is not the first time she's done stuff like this. Well, what did you do? I went to work. That's all I did. That's hard to believe. I don't give a fuck. That's what I did. Never cheated, never lied to her. Every paycheck was split with her. I was paying for a fucking college tuition that she wasn't even going to the school. I paid $35,000 for a wedding. Yeah, we had everything. Found out she was cheating. I'm not hung up on it. I'm hung up on the fact that my kids were murdered and my county sat on their fucking ass like a bunch of idiots. These are people I've done work in their homes for. These are people that actually know me and let other people skew what they knew about me just by talking to them. Yeah, there's no fucking nothing for what these people have said to get these cops and all that mad at me. None of it's true. So when I call you up because I have my kids flipping out that they are scared and that Mama and Nana are planning something to get them hurt, okay, that was the first thing they said. Then they came here and was telling us about the thing about Florida, which she just said that. Come on, people. In her mind, she's not going to Florida. That's all she's got to do is not go to the state that they said. And it looks like, oh, that's just a story. No, it's not. Everything else could have still been stated. And knowing this girl, yeah, it was. When she went back to her mother's, Brian, another one, stole a blower motor out of my furnace. Yeah, my nephew. Around the same time David was going to school lying. Yep. And I got ignorant with him and I told him. I said, dude, I gave you money for a new one and I told you you could scrap the old one. You took my money and the old one and never came back. Yeah, I had it all set up. All you had to do is go pick it up. I'm working on the furnace. So I had to walk through a blizzard from Walmart all the way to Cecil College to get kerosene. Because at the time, that was the only gas station close by that sold kerosene. We have 2 feet of snow. My van is destroyed because of, well, Tiffany. Miss, I know how to do my own maintenance, but you keep blowing it up. Yeah, my aunt and uncle got pissed off at her. They're the ones I bought the van from. Well, they're the ones I got the van from. And my uncle was pissed because he wanted to see it treated good. It was, his kids and his wife's old vehicle. And he asked me to take care of it. And I said, no problem. I gave it to her. He was mad about that. I'm like, oh, calm down. She'll shock you. She ain't that bad. Oh, she shocked him all right, but she was that bad. He was right. She deliberately raced that thing around and tried to destroy it. Brand new Caravan, built-in child seats, the works. Everything electric, beautiful. Yeah, it was used. So what? I don't buy things new. The bank ain't getting half my fucking money for a car and then say that it's not worth that much as soon as I turn around. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses half its value. As soon as. I ain't playing that game. Anyway, I will get the justice that I promised these kids for. This woman playing all these little head games, which I'm surprised you fucking idiots don't notice that by now, but whatever. I will complete my promise to those kids. I don't give a fuck what y'all think of me, what people say about me. I don't give a fuck. This bitch, and that's exactly what she is. I don't care if she's got another life. I don't care about him. I don't care. That's great. Good job. You murdered your kids. You have shit to answer for. I'm not going to sit here and just act like, oh, it's all okay. No, the fuck, it's not. And these fucking idiots on the internet, oh, well, that means you're wrapped up in it. If I was so fucking wrapped up on her, why the fuck did I kick her out? Why the fuck have I stayed away from her? Well, because of this and that. No. I went and fulfilled another promise. I was the one taking care of her, her mother, and David after the accident until I seen the video. And I knew they were lying. That's what pissed me off at the cops, because the fucking cops are lying. You're going to sit there and say, oh, a neighbor told you they removed it? It's on video. There's no fucking time. How the fuck are you going to confuse people with saying, oh, a neighbor, when you know goddamn well you have a video? I don't give a fuck what that neighbor says. That video shows that there ain't nothing there. Nothing there. Something happened in the back of that car. That woman kept speed and targeted that truck. It wasn't David. It wasn't the fight with the kids in the back of the car that steered that vehicle into another vehicle. It was the driver, and she was coherent. You want to know why? It's all uphill. She wouldn't be able to keep speed. Map sensor shows she did not lose speed. She did not accelerate extremely. That shows acceleration control. You can't be asleep and still control the pedal. Fucking idiots. Why? Benefit of the doubt is what they're doing. Oh, I can't believe a grandmother. That's what they got you on, you stupid fucks. Now these 3 kids and Tony are dead, and you idiots paid them. You're stupid. Fucking stupid.